Hey guys, it's Alex from the Disciples here with your first place winner of the Disciples Invitational this past weekend, Sebastian Blümmers.
Hi guys.
Uh, and he played this fun Sky Striker deck um, and went
Yeah,
undefeated.
yeah, undefeated.
Oh my god, the
Um,
strength. Um, so why did you decide to play Sky Striker for this event?
so I like Striker basically is the first thing you need to know. I played it for well over a year. Um, so I had a lot of good memories of Striker. Um, but I yeah, and I like to put this into context, I have not played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! At all over the last few months.
Yeah,
Like even just going into like now we're not allowed to, but even before then, um, I don't think I've touched Yu-Gi-Oh cards basically since Utrecht.
and you only played really like a couple of tournaments and with Spiral as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. I played a couple of times in Spiral. Utrecht was the real shame,
Yeah,
because I realized that I missed like my round five, which is the first round I lost, and then that put me on tilt on like the rest of
yeah,
the yeah. But basically, I hadn't played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. I've been playing a lot of Legends of Runeterra, which is a great game. But when I was provided with um, the opportunity to play a free tournament, I was like, cool. So the first place I started was Zoo because I like Zoo and it's back. But then I realized that Zoo loses to Eldlich, and I had no idea what this tournament was going to be at first. So I was like, cool. Guess we're not doing that then. Um, and so I came up with Striker as my other option. And it has a really good Eldlich matchup, funnily enough.
yeah.
And it can be Adamancipator. And then I was told the tournament would be Rogue, and I was like, cool, Striker's Rogue. What I wasn't told is that they intended to ban Mystic Mine, but given I
Yeah,
submitted this deck list like five times,
yeah, I
I
did,
feel
I that was my
that's
fault
on
there.
me.
Um, yeah, yeah, I made the mistake. But oh
But
well, um, it's
yeah,
what it is.
Striker just like your opponents. But yeah, Striker's great. I love Striker. I wish I didn't have to play all this Floodgatey
Yeah,
stuff, but with only two anchor, you know.
and no engage.
Yeah, no only two no engage. Yeah, I miss engage. Come back.
So do you want to walk us through your list then?
Yeah. So you can see the list. I'm not going
Yeah,
to necessarily read out all the card
no,
names, but I'll point out a couple of things. So first of all, it's a going second list.
yeah,
I think that without engage, you have to choose second because your best search is Hayate and Kagari.
yeah,
So you have to pick second, which means you should play some good going second cards. Um, so I started maining Lightning Storm as well as what I'm playing here, but I realized that Lightning Storm was pretty bad against the not backrow decks because
they summon in
it's
defense.
yeah, they just summon everything in defense because of Master Rule 5. Like the links aren't that good, and even when they do links, the most common link they make is Masquerena, which can just link into something that can't be destroyed.
So it doesn't even
Sometimes
matter.
that even just Cerberus to protect their Appaloosa.
Yeah,
So like I just thought that Lightning Storm was best sided.
yep.
Um, and I played two of each of the afterburners and jamming waves just because
You're going
they're really
second.
good.
Yeah,
You're going second. You have to play desires. It's like completely obligatory now because otherwise you have no good ways of like drawing cards.
that's just like generating real advantage as well. Like you have your Shizukus, and I guess you've got Kigari and Hayate, but like going
Yeah,
second, you just need plus cards, right?
yeah. Like you don't. There aren't a lot of plus ones in this deck anymore. Like
No.
plus ones used to be free, and now you have to really work for them. Like Widow Anchor is still a one. Like Widow Anchor is a plus one if you resolve it fully.
Yep.
Um, and jamming waves and afterburners are plus ones if you resolve them purely. But otherwise, it's really hard to get value.
You just need to get at the
Um,
like early stage of the game, right? And then all your cards
yeah.
just become insane.
Yes. Yes, they do. So this deck, it doesn't really kill you. It just
No, you just outgrind,
sits
right?
there online and
Yeah,
does its thing.
does
And
its thing.
the back row decks have a really hard time because you can actually like play real removal for everything, and it's recurable removal.
Yeah,
which is kind of good. I decided not to play hand traps other than Ash because I thought Ash was generally good against kind of everything, but
Everything.
nothing else had the scope. And this deck can't really play Nibiru, which you can't main anyway because
Because you just
like
having a token on your side of the field. Oh,
yeah
sorry, the Nibiru on your side of the field is just.
yeah Nibiru is
Um,
a problem. But like there are you know cool things that this deck can do now that it couldn't do before. Like it's got Avarice now, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna write. Rose is a piece of blank text. It says Sky Striker Ace and has no other text on the
I was
card.
gonna say that either of the effects like do a lot for you
Yeah.
or not.
Nope, nope. You literally never use any of the effects. Occasionally you might special summon
Summon
it
it from grave,
from
right?
the hand when you
Oh,
like.
really?
No. You special summon it from the hand just to
Ooh,
make an extra link material if you want to go for access code or something. But like
yeah.
otherwise, you just don't use its effects. It is a piece of text, and honestly, I think two might have been too many.
Oh, really?
um, yeah, but I didn't want to drop down because I do
You just
you do need a
you
certain
just use
number
Sky
of
Striker
just
names, right? Or Sky Striker
yeah
race names, like
yeah because otherwise you don't start, and
yeah,
starting is actually the biggest problem with this deck.
yeah.
That's why things like mine are really helpful because if you don't start, you can just
It's just
mine.
Upstart Goblin.
Um, so other interesting things because I was choosing first, it was really difficult to know, or sorry, was it because I
Choosing
was choosing
second.
second? It's really
Yeah.
difficult to know what to do post side a lot of the time.
So
You
you've got
know,
7 dedicated go first cards, I guess.
yep, seven dedicated for Go First cards, which include lots of Floodgates and Judgment, which is just a generic good card.
Potentially for a
And there are
minus card.
cards that even if you are told to go second, they're often quite good
Yeah,
unless your opponent's playing super heavy combo.
yeah.
In which case, I guess it sucks. Trap Eater is a weird one. I didn't actually side it in this tournament, but basically what I realized is if my opponent sets up anti-spell or order plus negates, I can never, ever, ever out it, no matter what other side cards I played. So it's just like Trap Eater is an out to those cards. And because of calls it, the Zeke, you can actually afford to play a few of these cards that put monsters on your board now,
Oh, yeah.
in a way that you didn't
I
used to be
completely
able to,
forgot
because
that
you can
card
just
even
link.
existed. Um,
Yeah, you can just link your Ray or your Rose straight and
it's Zeke, and then you can just go down from
just
there.
need. The extra deck is pretty straightforward.
Just 3 of the good
I
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
three of all the good ones. One kinda because it can actually come up, not just for time, but like generic, like to save yourself.
yeah.
One Zeke, you don't really need more. And then like generic good links,
Good
so
links.
Phoenix, Ninjasu, Bomber, and then
Bomber.
Access Code, which is the only card from
Yeah.
Eternity Code that I put in the deck.
The card's phenomenal.
God, it's insane.
Especially
It
in this
is
deck
so
because it
good.
banishes dependent on the different attributes, right?
Oh yeah, you can
And
have
then,
five different attributes in your
yeah,
graveyard.
that's insane.
Yeah, you literally just go through all of your attributes, and yeah, it is a really broken card, but
Yeah. Do you
um,
summon it a lot,
there's not.
or?
I summoned it like three times in the tournament. You just win playing like striker.
Yeah.
It had the game plan actually hasn't changed a lot since all the like
Combo
stuff
combos and
on
stuff.
and off the ban list. It's the
Yeah.
same deck. It's just it does it a lot less well because
The best card is gone.
yeah,
Um,
and two Widow Anchor is annoying as well because you have to play Desires. So if you banish one, you can never ever multi-roll your Widow Anchor,
yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
which
That's kind of
really
funny.
sucks.
Um,
But yeah,
how's the Dark Ruler as well?
so Dark Roll is really good in this particular deck because if your opponent's playing heavy combo, you side it in, you choose second, you Dark Ruler them, and then you can actually dismantle their board,
Yeah.
which is something that you can't, like a lot of other decks. They Dark Ruler and then they can't dismantle the board, they can't win. Dark Ruler mine is just straight up win the game
You've got Dark
against a lot
Ruler,
of
and then you've
decks.
got like mine and Demon Relay as well. Um,
Oh yeah, like you don't side any of those cards out. Like
yeah. So
so you side out like if you're playing against heavy combo, you're siding out things like jamming waves.
yes.
Um,
Do you take the Avarices out,
and
or?
so here's the funny thing:
Oh,
you against super heavy combo, you kind of have to take out avarices just to make space for other good
yeah.
things, and you don't really go that long. But you need avarice in the deck because if you mine them, you need ways of putting Hayate back in your extra deck so that you can force a win con
I
on
like
them,
that.
and they
Yeah.
can't just deck you out. Which means because otherwise, if you activate Desires, you don't win the mine deck out war.
Yeah.
So
Do you,
like as long as you have multi-roll in your deck,
yeah, it should be fine.
um, then and like an avarice, you can mine them and just do that. And I did that multiple times because yeah, I can't rely on my Widow Anchor, which is a shame.
Because you've only got two, and especially with Desires in the deck as well. Like,
Yeah. I miss Striker in its glory days, but this was still fun.
um,
I think
oh,
yeah.
go on, sorry.
I think the deck would function without mine. It would just be significantly worse.
Because
Like one of the cool things that you could do is just play Foolish Burial Goods
yeah,
as ways of searching your cards, and also you can play the Dino Wrestler field spell,
yeah, that's
which
pretty
is
cool as
kind of
well.
cute because Pancratops is a really good card, but he's obviously a one of. So like there are all sorts of things you can do to make those cards better. Just mine is so obscene. So why
Yes.
wouldn't you play it if you don't know it's banned?
Would you ever consider like a go first version, or do you just like think you just have to purely play this to go second now?
I don't think you could actually go first with this deck.
Yeah,
I genuinely think that choosing first with this deck is actively bad because all of the good cards now
which are basically
only
all the
do
Sky Striker
something.
cards are all just go second cards.
Yeah, like jamming waves and like when people first saw this deck, they thought it would be a go second deck, but they just realized that engage was so good, so they went first.
Yeah,
But like the Striker Mirror, there was like in the Striker Mirror, like the original Striker Mirror,
yeah,
way back when, if not for Shared Ride, you definitely always would have gone second. But because Shared Ride was so powerful,
yeah.
everyone
You
went
just have to go
first.
first. Yeah,
So like it's one of those things where like it was always meant to be a go second deck,
yeah.
but now it actually has to be.
Because you just don't like get any real advantage from going first, and you also just start with 5 cards.
Yeah, starting with 5 cards is really bad when you need to draw Ray
Yeah,
and you don't have nearly as many starter cards. You can't play things like Engage to search your Rays. You like Foolish Burial Goods isn't actually very good
when you're not
because it's
slipping
just
engage as
upstart.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just upstart now. Like if you're filling your for engage,
Ooh,
like I was not racing to get to 3 spells. I was racing to play the game.
yeah. Um, that pretty much covers it for the deck. How did you find the event as a whole?
Event was good once it started.
Yeah,
um, yeah, but it was a fun event. Like it was nice to play Yu-Gi-Oh again because, as I said, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in months. Like I did a bit of testing for this event,
yeah.
and obviously I play on Dueling Book every so often.
It's nice to
But
have like a little bit of a break from it.
yeah, it is nice to have a break. But I didn't really anticipate my break going right through to probably September or even later
Yeah, exactly. But
because of
this virus. But oh
yeah,
well. Would you be interested in doing more events like this?
absolutely. Probably not playing mine again. I wouldn't play, the same deck. And I think part of the issue right now is that there's no, like, there is a meta, but you don't really want to be playing it because it's not like real events.
Yeah, it's not something you want to test for because there's no like real events coming up.
Yeah.
Um,
So, like, you do like your little bit jump on dueling book test, but I'd rather
just have fun.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
um, yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any shout outs?
Shout outs to Team Kuribroh, my team. Um, I would love to say that we did a lot of deck building and stuff, but quite frankly, we've all just been on Runeterra, so uh, we didn't. Alec also participated in the event. Unfortunately, lost out. To me, it was because a double elimination event. He lost out to me at first
Oh no.
because I mined him, and then he lost again
I can't remember
because he
what he
failed to
lost
play
to.
around Dark Ruler Lightning Storm,
Ah, ah.
um,
His deck
which
was really
is
cool
his
though.
own.
Um,
His deck was really really cool.
I still don't
And they
really
used a
get
lot of
it, but it
the
was
new
funny.
Echo. It used a
Yeah,
lot of the new Echo cards. Basically, it set up a floodgate effect with Scythe,
yeah,
uh, which played around Dark Ruler as the best going second card and played around Lightning Storm. So basically, your opponent was screwed if he went first.
So it's ironic that he lost to those cards.
Yes, but Dark Ruler Lightning Storm combination,
Yeah,
he didn't play around. And against me, Dark Ruler, like he can't just scythe me
because Scythe doesn't really do enough, really.
because
Yeah,
yeah, scythe doesn't really do enough, and I can still just mine him. So he has to keep his Tornado Dragon, which is he's triggering with the scythe with for the mine. So Dark Ruler against him is really good because I Dark Ruler him and he hasn't triggered his scythe already,
yeah. So you just
and
get
then
maximum
I
value from it.
yeah do whatever I want, and he can scythe me in the end phase all he wants. I don't really care.
Anyway, thank you for joining me on this. It was
Yep.
an eventful experience this past weekend, but yeah, I'd happily do it again. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and follow all of our social media links in the description below, and subscribe for more content. And yeah, bye.